So Giannis has been waiting to have a Hall of Fame level running mate. He finally got one. But what does that mean for fantasy managers? We believe every NBA fan that plays fantasy football should also play fantasy basketball. So Damian Lillard had his Milwaukee Bucks debut. We finally got to see him in green. It looks kind of weird, but anyway you look at it, he was clicking on all cylinders. Listen, when I tell you, he played 37 minutes, had 39 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, mad fantasy stats. On the other side of that coin, what people are not talking about is what did Giannis do? Well, Giannis played 35 minutes. He had 23 points, pretty good, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists. So he didn't have like a wash of a day, but it was clear that there was a significant shift on what was happening offensively for the Bucks. It was a clear shift. Adrian Griffin, their coach, was trying to really get Dame acclimated into leadership, not just into the offense or trying to get him to, feel good about his stats. He actually didn't play Giannis and Dame at the same time for a substantial amount of time. He was giving Dame the opportunity to kind of just do him, to find his way, to play freely and loose and be himself. So depending on how that goes this season, if the Bucks find that instead of Giannis being the 1 and Dame being the 2, if Dame kind of initiates everything and Giannis compliments him, if they win, that could be huge for fantasy. It remains to be seen, but what I want you to do right now, if you are a Giannis manager or if you're a Dame manager, what I want you to do is be easy right now. If it's midway in the season when you're watching this, maybe you can make moves. Right now, you don't need to make no moves. What you need to do is just sit back, relax, and watch. Because there's going to be people out there who make hasty decisions. Don't be one of those people. Now, on the other side of that coin, you can actually leverage the early success of Damian Lillard and also like the pedestrian performances of Giannis. You're not getting the big stats from Giannis. You could try to do a deal to get Giannis on your squad. You can let your league mate know, yo, listen, Adrian Griffin, the coach of the Bucks, said that he's trying to give Damian Lillard the keys to the car. Check out this article if you can find an article, or check out this video if you can find a video, and kind of set your league mate up with the information needed for you to leverage a trade. So that would be my thing. If you want to grab Giannis now, you can. I think for Dame, I would hold Dame. I wouldn't be trying to sell high nothing on Dame right now. The only caveat to that would be is if you're in a dynasty league. If you're in a dynasty league right now and Dame is going off in the early season and you can leverage his early success to, get yourself a young stud, that's something. Like if you can get Victor Wembanyama, if you could send over Lillard and something else to bring back Victor, now that's something I would consider. But other than that, I'm holding Dame. I'm not trying to really move on any deals with Damian Lillard right now, especially this early in the season. So it remains to be seen what Giannis's true fantasy value is going to be this season. This is something we want to pay attention to closely because never in his long-legged career has Giannis had a running mate who could put out this level of production. So this is uncharted territory for Giannis managers all over the world. So as fantasy basketball fanatics, we got to pay attention, put your ear to the street and listen to see what's coming because your man, listen, if this continues, Giannis might lose more value. He was already looked at this season going into the drafts. He was already looked at, especially in category leagues. They was farting all over Giannis. Rightfully so. If you don't have the right build, then Giannis probably wouldn't fit. But for points leagues, man, they was doing wet farts on Giannis in points leagues too. he started moving up slowly. Like he got up to top 5 in most projections. But come on, man. We can't be out here farting on Giannis, man. I believe that at this point of the season, you need to be easy, but just know this is something we want to pay attention to. Now that you know what's coming from Giannis and Dame, check out this episode about 50 tips for fantasy basketball.